Sori.
That's Sparky.
And Salty.
Shout out to the big homie Ben Webb.
No, I know.
And Lalit Kumar.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're literally the only reaction channel, or channel period, on YouTube where we have regulars that constantly insult us and attack us.
No, I don't think so. They probably insult everybody on other channels as well.
No. See, people understand, like, in the social media environment,
Yeah?
you can block somebody. You can delete them immediately.
Yeah.
So, if the person's not going to take it, you're not going to dish it out if you want to stay in the channel.
Right.
So the fact that they constantly insult us means that they know that we're not going to delete them from the channel.
Right. Yeah, it's true.
And it's not because we're worried about one subscriber or another. It's just, I just genuinely like these people.
I know. You always start laughing.
And I get a kick out of their invective. It's hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
And the other
coming.
I take them very seriously as far as, like, if they have, like, a legitimate, like...
Oh, I know. You were going to have Ben on that call.
I was. That's the thing. I'll have the call. Ben likes to do, like, drive-bys, like, but he'll never come on and actually have the conversation. But then I'm the faux tough guy.
Come on, Ben.
Faux tough guy, Vin. Okay, let's talk. Fuck you, I'm not gonna say anything. All right. Let's talk about real tough guys. You know, we're coming on the 4th of July.
Yep.
Somebody said you need to do, like, patriotic songs on the 4th of July. I'm not necessarily sure that's a bad idea. This is a song about jihad. This is For Whom the Bell Tolls by Metallica! So, very important song, iconic song. This is on the Ride the Lightning record. This is before Master of Puppets.
All right.
So, this is a song
when
about...
people say, oh, you need to see the original Metallica, that would be this?
Yeah, this is, well, I mean, Master of Puppets had the original Metallica too. Remember, this was before Cliff Burton died? Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is a song about war. Metallica had like 3 or 4 records where they did a song about war. Disposable Heroes was about war. The song One that everybody wants us to do is about war. We will do one eventually. We just can't do one, like, now because everybody's done one before. There's tons of other channels that do one, so go check them out. Seriously, I'm not being sarcastic. If there's a song that's, like, oversaturated, then we're going to take a while to do it. But I haven't seen a lot of...
But maybe they want to know your breakdown of it.
I mean, yeah. One isn't one of those songs where...
It's real...
There's a lot of variation.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they're not Pink Floyd. James Hetfield is not, you know... I mean, it's pretty straightforward.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, Whom the Bell Tolls, Metallica. I'm very, very, very excited to play this song.
Go.
That song live. Did it. I. What'd you think?
It was good. I just wasn't. I liked the other one better. I don't remember which one.
Disposable Heroes?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Get to the front.
Yeah.
Get to the front. Well, that was them more. They were more developed
Oh, okay.
as musicians. This was a record before Disposable Heroes. Mm-hmm. I probably should let you hear this before Disposable Heroes. Although, if you see Metallica live, nine times out of 10, you're gonna hear this one and not Disposable Heroes.
Really?
Oh, for sure.
Why?
But Disposable Heroes is very rare to hear live.
Oh.
This song though is like one of their most popular songs, especially live.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's just so accessible, it's so simple.
Oh.
Disposable Heroes, there's so many rhythm changes and things like that. Like you gotta be, but like it doesn't matter if you're a Metallica fan or not. Like instantly, like when you're in a crowd, we are Metallica.
Yeah.
And then you hear did it.
Oh man, I got going to a live show or something else. Yeah, that part I can see. Yeah.
It's just like. It's rock and roll. It's like the quintessence of rock and roll.
So you went to a Metallica concert?
Well, it was that Tattoo of the Air show. It had everybody. Slipknot, Metallica, Slayer,
oh my gosh.
Mudvayne, everybody, Hatebreed, everybody was at that show. That shit was tight. New York City. You see
Where was
everybody.
I? It was probably like in Bible college or something.
Yeah, you were... it was 1999.
Oh, 99?
Yeah.
Still in school, man.
Yeah, we were still in school.
Yeah.
I mean, we cut school, but...
Oh, I didn't. I was homeschooled. There was no cutting it.
If I'd have known you, I'd have bailed you out of school.
My dad would have never let that happen.
I'd say, look, Sori, just deal with the consequences later. That's what we did. Like, there was one time...
You'd have grounded me the whole summer.
It would have been worth it.
I would have been so nervous the whole time.
No, you wouldn't have been. As soon as that first note hit, you would have been like, yes!
I did the right thing!
Yeah! I did that one time. There was a Slipknot, Marilyn Manson, Linkin Park show. And I left the state. Didn't tell anybody. Yeah, that's a different story. Okay. So this song is about jihad. So make his fight on the hill in the early day, constant chill deep inside. So the whole thing is about a hill, like they're fighting to take a hill.
I got that when it said for a hill a man would kill.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why did you not know?
Why did they? Why? They did not
Stiffen
know.
wounds test their pride.
Yeah, what is that? Like they got hurt and then the area starts getting like stiff and then it tests your pride whether you're going to be able to just keep going
fighting. Yeah.
or you're going to fall down.
Yeah. This is like stiffen wounds test their pride. Like this is where, you know, the ego actually becomes an ally to some degree.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Because your body's saying, we gotta stop fighting, we gotta chill out, we gotta rest. And the ego's like, fuck that. Everybody else is fighting, they're gonna say that you're a punk, you need to get up and fight. And that's like what saves your life and saves your buddies.
Jeez.
It also is the thing that puts you in this situation in the first fucking place.
Yep.
So, yeah, in the Porcupine Tree video where I said Bin Laden isn't my enemy because Bin Laden is a reflection of human nature, because it doesn't take much to turn someone into a regular citizen into somebody who would actually kill someone.
Right.
And Ben's like, that's ridiculous, that's bullshit, that's a depressing look at the world. And it's like, okay, he's probably going to be celebrating 4th of July later on this week. Hello! Those fireworks are symbolic of bombs and musket blasts, sir. So if you don't think that human beings have propensities to kill each other and celebrate that shit, then I guess you're not celebrating 4th of July. Then people go, oh, I'm not celebrating the killing, I'm just celebrating the independence. Well, they're inextricably woven together.
Right.
And I'm not making any judgments on it, particularly in this situation. I'm just saying it's the story of human nature right now that we engage in wars with one another for whatever reason.
Yep.
Everybody has their justifications for why they're killing people for hills.
Of course.
You know.
Of course.
So, but have you ever thought through you know, we're a lot more tactical about warfare than before. Like,
Yeah.
I remember watching, what was it, Gettysburg?
Yeah, I think, yes.
And dudes
they
were just lining
lined
up.
I'm like,
It's like there was no, like, there's no tactics at all. There was just, all right, we're gonna. I mean, it was tactical, but it was a lot more like chess pieces on a board tactical, where it was like, okay, this string of guys, they're dead, like done, and then we're just gonna, you know, do this maneuver over here. It's not. It wasn't like today. Like today, you know, battle plans aren't drawn up that way. Thankfully. So, you know, at least on our side, you know, KIAs are much have been reduced exponentially from the previous ways of.
Can you imagine, like, going and knowing I'm gonna get killed today? Like, literally, you're on the front lines.
That's it.
You are getting killed.
You're donezo.
Like that feeling of, like, I'd overthink it. I'd be like, that bullet is gonna come through the cannonball or whatever.
Constant chill deep inside. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty. You know, people are just. Like, I would much rather be a guy that's going into that situation, be a father sending their son into that shit.
You'd rather.
I can't imagine sending Dory
Oh
into.
my gosh! Oh my gosh! No.
He's 12 years old. He's.
No.
You know.
Nope. I can't imagine that. No
I was
way.
talking to.
And to see the change that happens in them when they come back.
Well, if
they
back.
come back, yeah. I can't. Oh my gosh. Because he's such a sweet boy, you know.
I mean, there's a certain price that you have to pay to maintain a certain way of life. And so it usually falls on the young men. I was actually looking at somebody was talking about male privilege, and they said that whole male privilege is a myth. What are you talking about? And then he showed all the dead bodies on the beach over there in Omaha. There's your fucking male privilege. I think that's a good argument.
Yeah, that is one angle.
It's a significant argument because for the majority of human history, men have had to fight those men have had to be the ones to pay that price.
Right.
For a hill, men would kill, and that's not a person would kill. It's generally 90%.
Yeah, but that's because women were not allowed to do it.
Well, there's a reason women aren't allowed to do it.
Whatever, but you can't say that doesn't apply. Even the fact that there are only dead men on there, some women look at that as, yeah, you're privileged. I want to fight for my country,
That's
motherfucker.
ridiculous.
I can't.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, and it is true.
That's
what are
not
you
true.
talking about? Of course, there's women that want to fight for their country.
I agree, but they're the exception and not the rule.
Fine. I don't know. I don't know the numbers.
Men have had to bear the brunt of paying that type of price, and then we're expected to. And so,
But
you know,
I mean, how can you say? You don't know how many women would want to do it. How do you know what the numbers are? How
I'm
many
not
women
talking
would
about-
want to?
I'm not talking about people wanting to do something. I'm talking about what actually happens.
Because
in the
we
real
were
world.
not allowed to go.
Most women don't want to take up a gun and shoot someone.
Well, I don't know the numbers on that, so.
It's not even close. And secondly, didn't you just see that thing with Cenk Uygur yesterday, where they were talking about the Marine Corps? They just published that report where he had women in combat roles, and they weren't able to. They weren't able to.
To what?
They weren't able to pass muster. They were less. They were less efficient. They were less able to evacuate the wounded. They were more likely to get wounded. Da 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 da. You know, like. I just
No, I get what you're
I
saying.
think I don't even think I don't even think you have an argument at all. I don't think you have an argument at all.
Well,
It's like
whatever. I mean,
it's like
you
saying
can't say that. No, that I mean.
I listen very closely. I didn't say that there are no women that want to do that. What I'm saying is, in the real world, in all of the breadth of human history, men have been the ones that have been called upon by their society to pay that price.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. And the expectation is that they would pay that price. And I think that that's right. So I think when we have these conversations in our society about male privilege, I do believe that the same reason I can walk down the street at night and not have to worry about getting raped is the exact same reason that men are called to go and die on the beach. It's the same reason. right? I'm not afraid.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of getting, whatever, pulled over by some dude in the middle of the night or whatever, because I feel like, because I'm a man, I'm a male, I feel like I have certain natural strength and, whatever. But then society goes, okay, you've got this natural strength. Well, there's some bad guys over there that want to fucking take over the world. And so a whole bunch of you have to die. So off you go. And it's generally been men throughout the course of human history.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even in the Bible, when I don't even know why, like, you're even, I don't know if this.
No, because
I don't know what, like, the point of this is.
No, the point of it is that you're making it sound, or this person is making it sound like, oh, here's your male privilege, like we're all dead on a beach. But I'm saying there would be women there dead on the beach as well, but we weren't allowed to go do it. We could barely friggin' do anything over the years. So I'm just saying that, yeah, there's a reason why there's no women on that beach. I think that it's better that women aren't in a situation like that, but I just think that it's unfair to say, oh, here's your male privilege. Yeah, motherfucker, you didn't let us do that. We couldn't vote, we couldn't do this, we couldn't do that.
No, there were women in the military. Even
not forever. There was a ton of time that went by.
Even during World War II, there were women in the military.
Fighting.
No.
Right, as nurses.
Right.
Right. So they're not going to be dead on the beach.
I think you're missing my point.
And I think you're missing mine.
I think the idea that everything. I'm just pointing out the course of human history. Who's had to pay what price? That's all I'm saying. Okay. And you're appealing to the rule. You're appealing to the exception, which just proves the rule.
No, I'm saying you can't. Yes. Over the course of human history, it has been men that have been the majority of the fighters. But I'm saying, how can you fault us for that when you made it so it was impossible for us to go?
I don't believe the meme was faulting. I believe the meme was saying we need to add balance to this social discussion. Because
I don't think you're going to be able to do that, because I think that the same women that are saying that there's male privilege are the same women that are going to say, yeah, but we want to be out there fighting. But you made it so difficult for us to get there.
I think all of us are rational. And I think all of us can say, I think it's irrational. If a man says, oh, there's no such thing as male privilege, I think, come on, man. We have certain advantages being male that women don't have. But I also think it's irrational to say, when you see all those dead bodies on the beach, and say, well, just as many women would have tried. And not recognizing... No,
I didn't say just as many women would have tried.
Not recognizing even the fact that women were not allowed to become butchered, to get butchered on a beach. The fact that they weren't allowed indicates their level of privilege in that sense. Oh, like, you're so privileged that you're not allowed to go get butchered on a beach.
You're defining privilege by we're protecting you and that's your privilege. Well, some people define privilege as I have the freedom to do what I want to do. Yeah, and if I want to go on there in the front lines and fight, then I should be able to do that. So it depends on how you're defining privilege.
I think that's irrational.
Whatever.
This perfectly illustrates the problem in our given society. Is the lack it's the lack of the balance and putting, ideals over the real world. When I talk about Omaha, when I talk about the beach, I'm using that as one simple. Even in biblical times, the men were called upon to fight. It wasn't even a question that women were going to go fight. Yeah. Now you can say, "Oh, that's because now I'm putting you in a situation because you're an evangelical. You believe the Bible's the Word of God. So is that just Moses being a patriarchalist, or is God saying there's a message there?"
No, I agree that God is saying that there's a message there, but I believe that men are the leaders.
So then it's an advantage that you don't have to go and get butchered. Well,
I see it as an advantage, but I'm not speaking. No, I'm not. Stop it. Listen to what I'm saying.
And now you're assaulting me. And that's your woman privilege.
Stop it.
No, that's that's your women privilege because you can assault me on camera and like 85% of our audience is going to say that you were right to assault me. But if I did it to you, it would be all over. There's your feminine privilege.
Okay, can you listen to me?
Go ahead.
I don't want to go fight in a war. I don't want to go on the front line.
I know you
and
don't.
I don't want my daughters there either.
No, you don't.
But I'm saying that there are women who want to do that, and those women should be... I believe that those women would not see what you're saying as male privilege. I think that they, like...
Yeah, that's irrational.
Fine,
is
call
what
it
I'm
what
saying.
you want, but...
No, what I'm saying is that's irrational. That's like a dude saying, well...
No,
I
because
wanna...
they want to fight, and you're saying they can't.
Everybody wants to fight until it's time to actually fight. Believe me, I know that for a fact.
Wow.
Most dudes don't want to go there.
Well, there are some women who want to go.
Yeah. So for a hill, men would kill. Why? They do not know. See, why? Why am I killing for this hill? We don't really know. All we know is
because
that
they just have to just kill, yeah.
Yeah, so we just gotta do it.
Yes. Back to the front.
But see, this is the other thing that concerns me about like our current cultural conversation when you have terms like toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm trying to, like, sometimes I don't know what the difference is between toxic masculinity and just plain masculinity. Like, for example, if a kid picks up like a gun and plays cowboys and you know, Native Americans.
Yeah.
Like, that's like toxic masculinity supposedly. But the thing is, if you're lit, and this is actually a conversation, like if you're in a house and then some dude comes barging through the door
Yeah.
at fucking 2 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
like as a woman, like would you want me to say, you know what, there's no difference between you and I, and it's fucking 2018, so let's play scissors, paper, rock as to who's gonna go down and confront that intruder?
Nope. I want you to take care of your business.
You
And
want
I'm
me to
gonna
go
get
down,
the kids and get them out.
You want me
Just
to
say
go down
something.
there and exercise some toxic masculinity?
Yeah.
Like they're, you know, because of the world that we live in.
Yeah, but I have different definitions of what toxic masculinity is.
Well, everybody does. I'm trying to figure out what the actual goalpost is. But my point is that like when we talk about war, when I think like when you're in a country that's relatively untouched by war,
Yeah.
you can start talking things about toxic masculinity. So for example, I grew up seeing my mother get physically abused, right? So like I have a category in my head, like when a man puts his hands on a woman, like that's, and I also grew up seeing my brother pick up a weapon and go after the person that was assaulting my mom.
Yeah.
So in like both instances, I'm seeing a male exert some violent traits, but one of them I feel like is a good form of violence, and then the other one was toxic.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so like,
Yeah.
so my fear is like the mechanism within a male that tends toward violence. Like that is being like completely, you know, like whitewashed as toxic masculinity instead of thinking with the nuance necessary. Like there was, you know, there's that line that's stated a lot, like you can sleep quietly and peacefully on your bed because hard men are outside doing violence on your behalf. Well,
that is
it's true.
something to consider, isn't it?
It's true. So like, you know, like when you're saying things, when our current cultural discussion where people are saying things like, oh, this is toxic masculinity and da 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 da, and like any form of like impulse toward violence is in a male, you automatically want to strip your society of that. You can only do that in a society untouched by war.
Right.
Nobody was talking that toxic masculinity shit after 9/11.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted some toxic males to go out there.
you're right.
And put in some work.
Amen. You know, you're right. You're right.
So.
Right. Or if we lived in a tribe, like, you know, where the tribes war against each other,
if
you'd
you
want
were
some toxic masculinity.
if you were if you were in Syria,
yeah,
you'd want some, you know.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to me, like in places, I've been in places where there's like recurring everyday violence.
Yeah.
And then I've been in places where there's no violence.
Yeah.
And and the closer and closer you get to the epicenter of violence, the more the women of that population encourage the men to be violent.
That makes sense.
And the less
That makes sense.
the less violence there is, and the more there is like a social judgment of the violent streak that is inherent, I believe, in a lot of males. So it's just a very interesting case study of like like the shit that these guys have to go through, like being the person in a given society where it's like, you know, and what they were talking about the draft, like he's saying, oh, okay, so you want women to be equal, you want them to die on the beach. And okay, so if we do a draft, should we put women in the lottery for combat MOSs? So you want your...
Well, I think that they would say yes. I mean, I don't think so.
Yeah, but then you gotta apply that across the board.
No, I agree.
That's how it was in Vietnam.
I don't think
do your
that
birthday
women...
and then
I don't
there
think...
you go.
And I don't think that women should be in that situation because... And my thing isn't like if... Like I think if the woman wanted to do it, fine. I don't have a problem with her doing it. But I think that the men can't handle that in that situation because I think
Men
that...
can't handle what?
If you would listen to me, I would tell you. That the men can't handle if she gets wounded to just step over her and keep doing what he has to do. I think that there's going to be a natural take care of her mechanism that should be in men.
Well, that's how we were socialized.
But because they're not actually toxic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's a good point. A
Like,
toxic dude would say, too bad, Sally. He'd go out and do his thing, which is what you're supposed to do.
Right. No, I know that, but I'm saying I don't think that they can do that. So I think that it puts everybody else in jeopardy because, you know...
I don't think that's why it puts everybody in jeopardy.
Why do you think it does? And I mean, obviously she's not going to be able to carry as much, blah, 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 the whole nine.
Yeah, it's just...
No, I get that.
It's not physiologically feasible.
But that's not a popular opinion, my man.
Well, this is what I'm saying about, like, common sense. It's like common sense that... You know, our society is about 50% female, and we don't have that type of representation in the corporate world and whatever. Like, it's obvious. And, you know, the assaults, sexual... Now, I agree. People are saying, oh, you know, men get sexually assaulted in prison. Like, I agree with that, but that's a very controlled environment. When you... that men have certain privileges that women don't in a given society. I think that's... I think, you know, because leftists go overboard on it, people on the right go, oh, there's no such thing as male. Shut up, there is. But at the same time, there are certain advantages to being a woman in the Western world. One of them is when it's time to do jihad, the men have to do jihad.
Yeah.
And when the motherfucker comes in the door at 2 a.m., I'm going downstairs, not you.
Right. No, I know.
And I don't care what anybody says. If anybody heard on the news, Vin and Sori's house was robbed and Sori lost the scissors, paper, rock, and she went down there and she got handled by the fucking, you know, the town bully. All 30,000 of you would be like, Vin, you are a cowardly motherfucker. Right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I mean, outwardly, we're gonna say shit like, well, you know, hey, you know, it's, you know, hey, equal whatever.
Yeah, because even if I won the rock, paper, scissors and I had to go down and I took care of business and everybody was okay, still you guys would be like, that Vin guy.
Yeah, I don't care what you say. That's what you would think.
Yeah,
and then Ben would be like, I knew it! I knew it! Yeah! Yeah!
See from the beginning!
I knew it! So these poor saps, like, this literally happened. Like, these guys had to die over hills and kill for hills, and, you know, for hill men would kill wide. They don't know. Stiffen wounds test their pride, man. Like, that's it. You're going. You're going to go fight. That's it. And that's a price to pay for masculinity. Of course, a person could argue, hey, if it wasn't for toxic masculinities, there would be no war in the first place. I was waiting for you to pull that card.
Oh, man. I didn't think of it.
The necessity. There's a reason there's no women dead on the beach. It's because if women were running shit, there would be no dead bodies on the beach. Everybody would be talking it out.
Oh my god.
Peacefully and shit.
Fine.
Yeah, take a look to the sky before you die. It's the last time you will.
Oh my gosh. You're funny.
I wonder what that's like, though.
Which thing?
When people get hit, like they hit center mass, they know they're dying. They know they're dying.
Yeah.
I was talking about that kid that got stabbed in New York City.
Yeah.
And everybody's around and telling him, oh, you know, keep your eyes open, blah blah blah, all the shit that people say when people are dying.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking to myself, like, this kid's dying. I mean, I knew he was dying. I mean, I looked at later on Google and it was confirmed that he died. This is mistaken identity, just a terrible situation.
Yeah.
But it just made me think of those times, like, seeing somebody on the ground and having everybody around him and, like, everybody's panicking. Mm-hmm. And, like, I always thought to myself, like, I bet you anything, like, he just wishes people would just shut up and, like, give him some moment to, like, get right. You know,
yeah.
or you know, you got a last couple moments.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like, you have a, like, that, like, if I ever got hit or something, like, I remember thinking to myself, like, look, if I ever get hit, like, I just want to, like, I don't want all this yelling and screaming around me and shit. Just like,
oh, good to know.
You know what I mean? Like, let me, you know, like, that's the, like, nobody thinks about that. Like, what about this person? Like, you're panicking because that's how you're dealing with the stress of, like, losing somebody that you care about. But, you know, you've got a couple moments left on the earth before you go off to the Ein Sof.
Yeah.
And it's all just noise. Like, that's pretty inconsiderate.
Yeah, I guess I always thought about it the other way. I was thinking, like, if the person's dying and they're scared because they're not ready yet, and then people are saying, oh, I feel like I have a sneeze. And people are saying, like, you know, you're gonna be okay, you're gonna be okay. You know, like if I start getting all, like, wound up about something and you're like, oh, you're gonna be okay, and, like, you, like, help, like, calm me down or whatever, like.
Yeah, but it's not like that.
No, because it's
not like, you're gonna be alright, you're gonna be alright. It's like that.
No,
seriously. And then there's somebody crying over the...
That's too much,
literally,
man.
anytime somebody gets shot, like, literally, like, there's always somebody in a certain role. One person starts hitting shit. Literally, I've seen this, like, multiple times. Once somebody's hitting something, another person's crying off on the side, another person saying, oh, you're good, and, like, touching him and, like, keeping his eyes open. And then there's other people that are just saying, damn. Everybody's just saying, damn. Like, literally. Even in that video, it was... everybody was playing that role. It happens every single time.
Really?
Yeah, so, like, there's nobody... You know, the vocal people are not saying it's not like a reassuring you're going to be okay.
Oh.
They're not saying that for the person. They're saying that for themselves, and they're scared to death if they're going to lose this person.
Oh my gosh.
So it's not comforting at all. As a matter of fact, I could imagine myself feeling like I'm really going to let these people down by dying.
Yep. Oh, I know you'd feel like that.
And like, we saw that thing where the guy apologized to his friends before he passed out.
Yeah.
You know, it's a real... You know, so I don't know, but that's way too much to ask of a person to be calm like that when somebody you love very dearly is you know.
But I'll keep that in mind. I'll freak out after.
I mean, come on, babe, you're such a drama. Nothing like that's gonna happen to us here. Like, I'm pretty, like, this stage in my life, I'm pretty sure I'll be all right. Nobody's gonna go after me. They know I'm a faux tough guy. But it's a crazy thing. Like, nobody ever really thinks about the person. Like, if the person was, like, dying at a hospital, in a hospital bed, and the doctor said, he's got about 3 minutes to live, you know, make your final goodbyes. Nobody would be yelling and screaming and all that shit. Everybody would be pretty controlled.
Yeah.
But you have time to build up to it.
Right.
When you're on the, you know, when you're in the street or you're in theater, then it's completely different.
Jeez. Yep. Yep.
So, it's
yikes.
Yeah, dying in, like, that type of situation is it's pretty terrible.
I never thought of that.
Because the moment when you need it to be, like, the most peaceful is the moment when it's, like, the most erratic anybody's ever been. Because most people haven't experienced anybody dying.
Yeah, I think, you know, like, some people say, oh, I'll make it right, you know, before the end. You know what I mean? Like,
get right with God.
They'll get right with God before the end.
Yeah.
But you don't know what those last moments are going to be. And you don't know that you're guaranteed, like, that. You know, it was like that, you know, I don't remember what it was. There was, like, this plane crash, and they like played the recording and stuff, or was it the plane, or was it, I can't remember. Anyway,
Yeah.
but you could hear, you know, like one person was, you could hear them saying the Lord's Prayer, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, like, you know, or yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, actually,
Yeah.
I think is what it was. And then, like, you know, you could hear other people, fuck, oh shit, you know, like everybody, you know, like, but you do what you do in an emergency situation. And so if you think that you're gonna say out some prayer or whatever, that, you know what I mean, like, that's not what's gonna happen.
Listen,
You're gonna
whatever you do when you stub your toe is what you do when you're about to die. That's a fact.
I'm still saying, oh shit.
That's what you're gonna do when you die.
I've thought of that, seriously. I'm like, I obviously don't swear around kids.
Remember the time we crashed the car? And I was like, I said, this isn't good. just like that.
He's always calm in these situations. Okay, there was like this really, really icy bank, and the water, it was raining on top of the ice. And Vin was like, he's like going around, and I was thinking he's going too fast, and I'm like, I should probably tell him.
But she never
literally-
communicates to me. Literally, like, you're gonna see, like, remember back in the day when they used to turn off the TV? Like, you're gonna turn into our channel one day, there's gonna be no more channel, and we're gonna die for some dumb shit. Because this one, I was driving too fast. Our lives were literally in danger. She didn't say anything to me.
No, because this is what happens. Because he's so intelligent and I trust him so much, I assume that even when something feels like it's not going to work itself out, I assume it's going to, because Vin's got the wheel.
So we're going downhill. We're going downhill.
On the ice.
It
was glare ice, and it was raining. There was no traction, and he goes like, slowly we're going off, and then we're like friggin' in the ditch.
Well, when I
well,
realized
we were sliding for a while.
We were sliding for quite some time, and then I realized that I wasn't going to be able to
pull this one.
To pull us out of this one. So I just looked at her. I said,
Do not come like this.
Was I? I'm not exaggerating. I was just. I said, this is not good.
This is not good. He's so funny in situations like that because most people would panic, and he stays so calm. Like, this is not going to be good. And then we go into the ditch. I had to call the AAA and all that.
Well, it didn't. It could have been a lot worse.
There was trees everywhere.
There's trees everywhere. I was expecting
and
it to be a lot
the way
worse.
the road was going like steep down and around.
Yeah.
Like I was like, what is gonna happen?
Yeah, I said, but you know, freaking out. You know, if we would have freaked out, it probably, you know.
What did I do?
Oh God! That's when you called out for God. That's when you were. That's when you were on your A. That's when you were on your A game.
Oh man.
But I was just like. I was like sliding. I was like, I'm losing control. Like, at what point am I going to tell her? And I told her, I said, "Hey, this isn't good.
This isn't good.
It's not a good. This is not a good situation."
But I almost didn't believe him because he was so calm. I'm like, well, I can't be that bad. He's not freaking out. Little did I know. You don't freak. He doesn't freak out on stuff.
That's you just got to fall back on your.
I could be breathing my last.
You got to fall back.
I'd be like, oh, this isn't gonna be good.
You gotta close the wound. All right. Well, there's our discussion on male privilege.
Male privilege and staying calm.
Stay calm. Well, that was good that I stayed calm. What did you give the song?
8.
8. 9.5. Oh, this is a classic. When we see Metallica, this guarantee you will hear this song live.
Well, live.
You'll see Hetfield. Aye.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I wish I could have seen that.
Yeah, it's more toxic masculinity for you.
Shouldn't do that.
God almighty. I actually like this conversation a lot. I think like 2 people will like the conversation,
but
we enjoyed it. So we'll have 2 people left in our channel.
We love you, both of you.
Both of you, Ben and Lalit.
Yeah, because they hate us anyway. So
yeah, Lalit makes a point to say, "That's why I only look at your channel once a week now." You lying bastard! You don't look at our channel once a week. Stop lying. We put out 2 videos a day. There's no way in the world you got that type of self-control. Stop lying. Vin out.
Sori out.
Gone.
I'm still alive.